Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. If you clicked on this video to hear about Jay-Z and Diddy new lawsuit, I need you to hit the like button now. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And to my Spit Squad, drop the flex emojis in the comment. Now, Jay-Z accused in civil lawsuit of graping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. I'm going to read the article, then I'm going to tell y'all what I think about it. The lawsuit says a friend dropped her off at the VMAs at Radio City Music Hall. She did not have a ticket and she approached various limousine drivers to try to gain access to the show or an after party. One driver, the lawsuit says, told her that he worked for Combs and that she fit what Diddy was looking for. He invited her to a party after the show and told her to return to his car later in the evening after transporting Carter and Combs to the other. Later, the driver picked her up, then Suit says, and after 20 minutes, they arrived at a white house with a U-shaped driveway. The suite says she had to sign a document she believed was a non-disclosure agreement upon arrival and did not receive a copy to enter the party, which the suit says was filed with celebrities and people doing marijuana and cocaine. She was offered a drink that made her feel woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. The suit says that she went into a room to rest. Shortly after, the suit says Combs and Carter entered the room with Combs saying, "You ready to party?" That's when she alleges Carter removed her clothes, held her down, and R-worded her while Combs and an unnamed male celebrity watched. She says Combs also R-worded her as Carter and the other women looked on. Now, I'm not going to even read no more of this because they saying that the girl is like 13 and it sounds crazy, right? But the first thing that I want to say, and trust me, I am not victim blaming. The first thing that stands out to me in this document is it says a friend dropped her off at the VMAs at Radio City Music Hall. So the first thing I'm going to say is, where was this girl parents at when she was being dropped off at 13? And what was the checks and balance? Now, she ended up signing the NDA. So I'm not saying that nothing wrong happened in that place. Some wrong could have happened. Some wrong could not have happened. But the thing you have to think about with this situation is, if she's signing an NDA, maybe they are under the assumption that she's an adult. Now, that don't take away from the grape if the grape actually happened. But in my process of thinking, in my logical mind, well, if she's being dropped off by herself and then she's being told to come back to a party, well, obviously they probably under the assumption that she's older than what she may be. Now, some people may say, well, don't talk about what she have on or how she dressed because that doesn't mean she wanted it. No, as far as the grape go, that don't mean she wanted it. But if she's dressed to make herself appear older and she looks older than 13, what if she looks 21 or what if she looks 22? And I know a lot of people will say, oh, it's impossible for a 13-year-old to look grown, or it's impossible but in extreme circumstances, it is some women who develop earlier and it is some women who look older than what they are. Now, I didn't see the 13-year-old. I'm not saying that she's 13, but I know when I was 14 and 15, it was girls around my projects that looked like they was 20 and they was 21. And not saying this is the case with this girl, but those girls were going to the club and those girls were telling guys that they were 18 and 19 and 20. So I keep trying to make this clear. If the grape did happen, it don't matter. But my point of it is, if she's telling them that she's 21, or if she's leading to believe that she's 21 and they believe that she is the age of consent, obviously people are going to say, well, as the adults, it's still their fault. They should have checked the ID. And of course, they should have done all those things. But at what point in society do we say that these people were being misled or they were being manipulated, or just flat out say what it was? If she lied about her age, just say she lied about her age. Now, I really do hope that this didn't happen, but
I think that this has been being thrown around behind the scenes for a while. And the thing you got to really think about it is that Jay-Z birthday was December 4th. And so they let it out around this time for a reason. They let it out around the time of his birthday because they probably thought that he would. They probably been waiting for him to like make a big announcement, or they've been waiting on him to have some type of birthday party or for some type of post to start circulating. So then they can get more traction behind this story. But Jay-Z, probably knowing that these people are trying to shake him down and stuff like that, he probably look at the situation and say, you know what, I'm definitely not finna jump out here and put nothing out because I don't want, he like, good press could easily turn into bad press if somebody say the wrong thing about you. That's how I look at it or whatever. But anyway, man, Jay-Z and Puffy accused of a situation. Oh, and another thing I look at in this situation is that this lawsuit sound like a lot of the other lawsuits, right? And the reason I say that is a lot of times people have patterns of how they do things, right? But also the bad thing, and this what be happening, right? When the police or when law enforcement or when the feds release certain things about things in the case, they do that on purpose to make their case stronger, right? So let's just say if a murder happened, right, and they didn't know who committed the murder, or they got a thought of who a person of interest who may have committed the murder. When they get on the news, they'll say, well, the murder was committed on 1st and 2nd Street, and we can only tell you at this point that the person was shot. We can't tell you where. Why they don't tell you where? Because they don't want people just coming in trying to collect the reward saying, oh, I was there, I saw it. That's why they hold back some of the information. But when you dealing with a case like Diddy and when you dealing with a case like Puffy, I mean Diddy, Diddy is Puffy. Jay-Z, what they want to do is they want to put the not the evidence, but they want to put the process of things that happen. And the reason they do that is so when somebody else come in and say that this happened, all that person have to do is have been around them. So for example, when the feds put out that Diddy liked to watch Cassie be with other guys and he's standing in the corner and baby oil and all this, well, now anybody else who filed in the lawsuit, all they have to do is have had access to him. Yo, I went to a studio with him in 2000 and we were in there, and now they don't have to guess what to say because they just gonna say what was in the other lawsuit. Yo, he gave me something to drink. I started feeling woozy. Oh, he stood off in the corner. Another guy came into the room because they've already been fed that information by the feds. And to be honest, lawyers who are defense attorneys or lawyers who looking to get lawsuits, they want that information leaked too because it makes it easier for them to go after people. And when you look at these situations, these are civil lawsuits, which means these people are just trying to get money. Now, at the end of the day, if they don't get the money they want in time, or if the person don't cooperate, now they can just go back and say, all right, I got it. I'm going to file a criminal lawsuit because with all of this information that's already out, people already don't like him. People already going against him. And if he get found a liable criminal, I'm definitely going to win a civil lawsuit. So I'm not saying that this didn't happen. I'm just saying the first cause to pause for me is, did she tell them the correct age? And obviously that don't matter if a grape actually happened. Remember what I'm saying? It don't matter if she told them the right age or not, if the grape actually happened. Now, if she told them the right age and they still proceeded to hang out with her, yeah, you gotta hold them accountable and they should get whatever coming to them. But if she didn't tell them the right age and the grape didn't happen, well, who knows what to go from there. But that's just my standpoint. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair.